Southern Plains Medical Center presents your hometown medical minute, and your host, Hal Brock.
Hey everybody, welcome to your hometown medical minute. I'm your host, Hal Brock. With me, as always, behind the cameras, our IT director, Mr. Ed Harrison. Ed, how's it going, brother?
It's been a good week, been dry. How's your week going?
Yeah, man, it's been a great week here at Southern Plains. And you know, today, Ed, actually might have been the first day I was looking at the weather app on my phone. Might be the first day in a really long time that I had not seen any rain on the schedule for the next week. I know. No, it's been crazy, man. In fact, if you drive downtown Chickasha, right now, it's flooded with frogs. There's been snakes everywhere. I mean, you can't go anywhere without seeing it. It's like biblical days, man. It's like the 7 plagues. Were there 7? Were there 10? Yeah.
10 plagues. 10 plagues, Hal.
Have you seen the mosquitoes? Are like 7-foot giant, like Sean Bradley, Shaquille O'Neal type mosquitoes. In fact, I was coming into work the other day, Ed, and take a look at this picture. Take a look at this with the mosquito, how big they are. Right, it's crazy. These crazy things, they're monsters. They're monsters, I tell you. So mosquitoes can actually be carriers of several different viruses and diseases. You know, you've heard of a few of them: Zika, dengue, malaria, and of course the West Nile virus. And today, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to bring on our nurse manager. You've seen her before, Devin. She's going to come on and she's going to talk about some of the illnesses that can be spread via the mosquito. And more specifically, we're going to talk about West Nile. Ed, there's actually three current cases of West Nile here in the state of Oklahoma. So we're going to break down that virus, get some additional information from Devin. She's extremely knowledgeable. So without further ado, let's bring her out here. Let's talk about these large skeeters here in Oklahoma and what illnesses they're bringing here. So without further ado, Devin. All right, I'd like to welcome our guest, nurse manager here at Southern Plains, Devin. Devin, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So today we're going to talk about these huge, big, nasty skeeters that have been everywhere. They're bloodthirsty, Devin.
Yes.
But it's a very serious thing. And so West Nile, the only thing that I've heard is that I guess there's some cases here in Oklahoma, and that from all the news reports and everything, like apparently everybody's going to die.
So there are 3 cases in Oklahoma.
Okay.
One in Canadian County, one in Tulsa County, and one in Grant County. Grant County is like north central.
Canadian's right there.
Yeah, it's just right here.
I'll pass over it here in about an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's right here.
What is West Nile?
West Nile is a disease that was actually first brought over by birds.
By birds?
By birds.
Okay.
And then mosquitoes feeding off of those birds transported it to humans.
So this is some serious stuff.
Yeah, and the reason there's so many cases that you hear about the death so much is because 8 out of 10 people actually don't have any signs and symptoms of it.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Now, okay, so how do you go about diagnosing something where there's no symptoms?
It's just, I mean, there's some tests they can do to diagnose it.
Okay.
Like fatigue and weakness is the biggest signs and symptoms of it, and that can actually last several weeks to months.
Okay.
And then from there you get fever, diarrhea, vomiting, those sort of things, and 1 out of 5 people get those.
Wow, 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
Okay, there's only 3 cases right now here in Oklahoma. How common is this disease?
It's not actually that common.
Okay.
So they just make a big deal out of it because it's something that's not so common. So when it comes around. So good.
So nobody panic, but you had mentioned some of the signs and symptoms when there are. Is there anything with the bite itself that you can be like, okay, this hasn't gone away? Does the bite stay?
No, nothing. It's just like a regular mosquito bite.
Oh, yeah.
So just the, fatigue, weakness, tiredness, that's all. That's fatigue. So, you just get those and it lingers on for a while.
Wow.
And if you do get hospitalized, I mean, there's no antibiotic they can give you for it, nothing that treats it, just fluids.
Just fluids.
Fluids.
So if you're feeling that way, regardless, I mean, water is probably the best thing you can do for yourself. Anytime you're feeling dehydrated or fatigued.
And you feel fatigued and weakness, you're probably dehydrated.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's the main thing. You can always go to your doctor. There can be tests done for hydration.
Okay. When they come here, how do we tell? How can we identify it? Was it through a test?
Yeah, we do testing.
Blood test.
Blood test that identifies the West Nile virus.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, it's not really a medicine thing. It's more of a get your fluids, get some rest, and make sure you're monitoring so it's not getting worse.
Right, because what happens is people aren't monitoring it because 8 out of 10 don't have any signs and symptoms except for weakness and fatigue. And it's the summer, you're going to have weakness and fatigue because of the hot weather, and you're not staying hydrated, so people just aren't keeping their hydration levels up, and that's what causes the other problems and then causes you to be hospitalized and eventually be fatal.
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to go to the hospital, especially because of mosquito bites.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, besides like the citronella candles and stuff like that, are there anything that you can do as far as like prevention or preventative?
Yeah, so like make sure, you know, a lot of people during the summer open up their windows, open up their front doors. So make sure your house has screens on them. The windows have screens because some people don't have screens. You want to make sure on babies, you want to make sure that they kind of have long sleeves on, you know, a light long sleeve.
And that's good for the sun in general if you're going to be outside.
Yeah,
right. I mean,
absolutely. And then you can also get the mosquito nets to go over their carriers and over their strollers.
For sure.
Because you can't use bug spray on a child under 2 months of age.
Oh, really? Just because of some of the
chemicals and stuff in it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then under 3, the oils like the lemon oil.
Okay.
Lemon eucalyptus oil. You can't use it on a child under the age of 3.
So what is lemon eucalyptus used for?
It's to repel.
To repel? Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know.
Yeah, so
you learn something every day.
Yeah, so under 3. So just make sure you're wearing long sleeves, keeping covered, you know. And you know you want to do that anyway, like you said, because of the sun.
For sure.
So the DEET.
Yes.
Deep woods.
Right, your spray.
Yeah, I would use that. Now, if you're using it on a child, they can't cover their mouth and their eyes. Spray it on your hands as a parent, and then put it on their face.
You just gotta put it around.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we've got a little break in the rain.
Yes.
So that's gonna just dry out a little bit. And
yeah, but
some
any
of
that
things.
Stagnant water and stuff
They're gonna be around.
Tends to keep mosquitoes around it. Yeah. That's just not bad because of mosquitoes. It's bad because of bacteria growing in it. Period.
For sure.
And staph infections and stuff like that occur from that water. Which is a whole nother episode.
Absolutely. And we're going to, and Devin's going to be kind of a regular on here, of course. Being our nurse manager, I mean, you have such a wide set of skills. So you're over our largest department. I mean, you've got nurses in 7 different facilities. I don't know how you keep up with it all, but you'll definitely be back talking about different things. Thanks so much for kind of catching us up on the West Nile virus. And if, you know, Dane comes out, we're going to have to bring you back.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep, sounds good.
If you have any questions, call 405-224-8111 or go to our website, www.spmcmed.com. Of course, our urgent care, quick care department's open Monday through Friday now at 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And what's really cool is they're open over that lunch hour.
Right.
So if you're at work